Well, hi folks, I've not given you a bit of a tour and shown you what's been going on for a couple of weeks, so we'll have a look before this thunderstorm comes in, because it's been absolutely red hot today, really humid, and the sky is starting to fill in and thicken up and darken off, so I think we're in for some extreme thunderstorms in a bit. So I better just get this done and then I can disappear. So I'll just show you how things are growing. Start off with the main bed. I'm on my camera here, so it's going to have to be a one take shot, and it's probably going to be a bit shaky, but that's all we can do. So my garlic's still powering away, it's still growing. No signs of any rust or anything yet, so should get a decent crop, and if we get a bit more rain just to swell the bulbs up, should get a good crop. Onions are possibly the best I've ever seen them at this stage. Starting to bulb up now. Now that we're on the longest day, midsummer's day, whatever they call it, solstice. As you can see, they're starting to bulb up slightly now, so shouldn't be too long, maybe 2 or 3 weeks before there's some ready to be eaten, big enough to be eaten, and I will do that. If there's some big enough to be eaten, I'll take them before I let them flop over and store them, so just to keep on top. So these are the shallots now. Again, they should start to bulb up. They're in clumps. These are the Zebrun and the Elista, all doing really well, all growing really strongly, as are the cabbages. I've never seen, this is the best lot of cabbages I've ever grown, I think. And considering the weather, how dry it's been, they've grown really well. And if you can see all the kale, I've been taking loads of that kale, it's really tender. I've grown kale in the past and I found it really tough, but this stuff, it's a dwarf variety. As you can see, it only grows about 18 inches tall, and I've just been taking the leaves off, just about 2 or 3 leaves. I've got 6 plants, so 2 or 3 leaves off each plant, and cooking it, just steaming it or boiling it, and it's been absolutely tender, more like spinach than anything, so really happy. So the cabbages, I can just see they're just starting to head up a bit. So we've got the purple cabbages, red ones, and some Savoys that have got a hint of red, apparently, looking on the packet, so all looking really well. And because I've got the mesh up, no butterflies are in at all. So the carrots, doing really well still. Again, no pests, no sign of any carrot fly or anything. Because you can tell when you've got carrot fly, you can tend to get sort of reddish coloured leaves sometimes. But I don't usually get carrot fly, I'm quite lucky up here. So they're all doing pretty well. Move on to the peas. Again, some of the best peas I've had for years. Absolutely covered in flowers, and we've just got the first pods on now, so probably another week to 10 days for those to start filling out, and then we should be able to start picking. Hurst green shaft as usual, can't go wrong. Always my favourite pea, and always really reliable with, as you can see, absolutely hundreds of flowers on, which in turn means hundreds of peas. So yeah, this part, couldn't be happier with this main bed. It's mainly full of onions, cabbages and peas really, so just basic stuff. Got absolutely loads of fruit on this. I don't know whether this is a raspberry or a black currant, because I've got another one here which I think it might be the blackberry, sorry. Anyway, we'll see. Whatever there are, there's tons of fruit on, nowhere near ripe, they're absolutely rock hard. I think they might be raspberries actually, but we'll only see when they start to ripen up. So we're just looking this other bit. So that's the rocket. It's gone to seed a bit, but you can still just keep picking all these leaves. There's absolutely tons of it. I'll just snap these flower heads off when I can do it. They're a bit tough. And then just keep picking them. Second lot of lettuce outside. I put a bit of mesh on just to keep any pheasants off, but I've not seen any pheasants yet this year, so not had any problems with those. Spring onions, ready to take now. And these are the red ones called something blood, I think. So what I'm going to do with this lot, because you can leave these to grow into very small onions, I'm going to leave the first couple of rows of these just to grow into, they grow to about golf ball size, but they'll grow in clumps to about golf ball size, so I should get about maybe 50, as I say again, golf ball sized onions, just as a bonus crop. Some more of the land cress, been loving this stuff. Not had any go to seed yet, even the stuff that's really tall, just keep picking the leaves. More spring onions, more garlic. More carrots, potatoes, a little bit slow for some reason this year, but no problem. They're the earlies there, and that's the main crop, the blue Danube. And again, we've got some more spring onions, some sweet peas, and the old foxgloves. But what's just come out in the last couple of days is this rose. It's absolutely covered in flowers. It's a climbing rose, and people were saying, oh, you're supposed to cut it back every year and all that. So I haven't. I've just let it grow as big as I can. I've put another bit of stuff in to tie it to, just letting it grow as big as possible, because it's, like I said, it's just absolutely covered in flowers. So it's been really good. And I only planted that as a little plant, I think it was 3 years ago, so it's amazing how it's grown. It's probably 10 feet tall now, so all looking pretty good. So we'll just have a look in polytunnel. I've not got a lot in here, except a few lettuces still and my French beans. I've not been up for 3 days, so I need to water things. So the lettuces, look at the size of these things. These are these Verdasco. They're a coral type variety. If you look inside, they're really, really juicy and tender. These are the ones I could only get as pelleted seed, but I'll certainly get them again because they've been really good. Absolutely 100% germination. No pests, very even, and absolutely brilliant. So I'm growing those again next year, Verdasco. The French beans starting to climb up. In fact, one's now nearly reached the top, and what I'll do then, I'll train it up along these strings overhead, so then the beans can keep growing, and then they'll hang down like that, and I can just pick them. So it makes picking a lot easier, and it just keeps them growing upwards and along instead of just stopping them off. So the other bed, this is just full of that what am I saying, this landcress. It's just full of it. I think I grew too many. You probably only need 2 plants. I grew about 10, but like I said, as you can see how big those are, and still not gone to seed in the slightest. So absolutely brilliant. Bit more at the front, a few more spring onions. So we'll just have another wander around. I've been doing a bit of weeding. I'm trying to get rid of all the weeds out of this bit. I've got an idea for this, so it just needs a bit of a tidy up, and I might try something different. So over onto my flower bit. I've been trying to find out what this is here. There's tons of it growing. I think it's, oh, what's the herb you put on pizzas? Something oregano. I think it's an oregano, but it does produce loads of little pink flowers apparently, so I'm going to leave that and see what it's like. If it's nice, I'll leave it. If it's not particularly nice, I won't bother. But I didn't plant it. It's probably something that's just come in, so I'm going to leave it and see. Taking about the last few pickings of rhubarb now. They look like to be up on the last legs this year, so got a freezer full of that. Gooseberries, I've not netted these off yet. I did suffer from mildew early on. As you can see, some of the gooseberries are a bit tainted, but most of them are all right. Some of these smaller ones. So I just need to get these to ripen up a little bit. And there's that many. I never eat them all, so I'll just let the birds have as many as they want, and I'll pick them as well. So we did it once. I picked about £30 well, something one year. Filled the freezer up and only ate about £5. So it's a bit pointless just being greedy and taking everything. So into the last bit. Again, the last rhubarb on its last legs. So this is the, oh look at that, that's just come up in, right, this is where I planted my asparagus and nothing happened, and then oh look at these, they've come up, look at that, only long and spindly. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 8 have come up. Needs a bit of weeding, but I'll let all these grow, hopefully produce lots of ferns, and then I can it'll put a bit of energy back into the roots, and maybe take a tiny little crop next year, or if not next year, the year after. So anyway, at least they're alive. When I got the crowns, they were a bit dried out, and I thought they were possibly dead, but obviously not. So then this is the second lot of peas, and then the leeks, all doing okay, all bedded in now. So anyway folks, that's about it. 21st of June, longest day and all that. been absolutely hot as anything today, and looking at the sky, it's looking a bit dangerous. So I think I'm just going to get back home before the thunder starts. I'll see you later.